Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. You know, when I read this quote for the first time, it actually reminded me of one of the Matrix movies. There's a scene in the second Matrix where Neo is speaking with the Oracle, and she's asking him, do you want this piece of candy? And he's like, well, you already know if I'm gonna want the candy or not, right? She's like, well, I wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't. He's like, well, if you already know what I'm gonna do, then how can I make a choice? And she's like, well, because you didn't come here to make the choice. You came here to understand why you made the choice. And this kind of principle I find really hits deep. I get all the time, guys will say, DJ, how do I stay consistent with my workout plan? How do I, not get distracted by my phone? How can I, not be addicted to porn? Well, that's because you haven't taken the time to really think through what you're going to do in certain scenarios. For example, if you know that for yourself, you love your phone, you can't wait to see what's going on next, and you're someone who prides yourself, who identifies with someone who always knows what's going on in IG, then guess what? Anytime you get a little break, you pick your phone, you're gonna doom scroll. If you're someone who, loves, super high, rich in calorie food that you know is not good for you, and you tell yourself, you know what? I'm not somebody who eats healthy. I'm someone who has to eat healthy because I'm on this plan. But if I really, really, really had my own choice, I love to eat chocolate chip cookies. Then anytime that you have a second to get away from your plan where no one's looking, that's what you're gonna do. So it really comes down to contemplation. We don't really know how we're gonna act because we haven't thought about it. If I'm somebody who gets pulled over by a cop and I know for myself, if it's a white dude and I'm black, I'm gonna flip out because this should not be happening. Then guess what? When the scenario comes up, I'm gonna flip out. And then I can say, I just reacted. I didn't really know what I was doing. No, you did. And that could be because you thought about it already or you didn't think about it. Either way, it's still your responsibility as a man. And to understand how to go through life is to understand that whatever decision you think you might be making in an instant, it was something you contemplated a long time ago. Cheating on your wife is something you contemplated a long time ago. Being distracted by doom scrolling is something that you contemplated a long time ago. These are all things that you have already set in stone as to what your behavior is going to be. And when the moment comes up, it just reveals itself to you. So to understand who you are as a person, learn how to be a deep thinking man. That way you can know what you're going to choose before the circumstance arises, and you can be smarter as a result.